He's like, there you have it. They're not cheering. They're booing you. They're booing you because they hate you. You're walking down the street and a random person is like, boo, there's that person we all hate.
Why not try to...
What's up, everyone? I'm Coach D. Hey, if you haven't yet, please subscribe to my channel. We're over 150,000 subscribers, going after 200,000 subscribers. I know it's a crazy goal, but we're going after it. And as always, I really do appreciate you guys. So, remember when Pete Hegseth said this?
Tell me it's no. Have you given the order?
Senator, I'd be careful what you read in books and believing it, except for the Bible.
Oh, my God.
The way she said, oh, my God, because it was so cringy and performative. And by the way, this wasn't long after he was confirmed, and we found out he had multiple affairs on his wife. Some of them may have not been consensual, but, he said, my wife and I have moved on. I've prayed about it. My Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, he forgave me for it. They always seem to think that's the best way to get people to stop talking about all of the shit that they've done. It doesn't stop me. I don't fall for that shit. I think it's bull. And I honestly believe that most Republicans who claim to be Christians are actually atheists. I don't believe they actually believe this stuff, because there is no way these people believe that you will be doomed to hellfire if you commit the sins that they're committing, and they continually just commit these sins. And a lot of them do it. And recently, Pete Hegseth posted a video of his pastor who would like to create a community, a Christian community. He wants to start small with the Christian community, but then he would like to see it grow to cities, states, the country, the entire world. Pete Hegseth is creepy. And so is his pastor. Anytime these pastors want to create a community, anytime they're like, we need to create a community away from, this sin that we have and all of this crap going on around us, we need to create a community. It is always a front for a bunch of creepy old pastors who want to sleep with other people's wives and daughters. That's what it always is. Like, how many times have we seen this? So many times have we seen, there's this cult-like community that started, and when it comes down to it, and this community is discovered, or they're broken up, or the police have to go in because they're actually, committing crimes, and there's all type of cult-like behavior going on, it always comes out that the women in there are like, yeah, there was barely any Christianity going on. There was barely any church. Like, we had church, but it was all kind of cult-like stuff. And for the most part, the pastor, he was sleeping with, that guy's wife, and then he was sleeping with that person's daughter, and then my dad offered me to the pastor. It's always that. Like, the shit creeps me out. And I truly, I don't say this is not hyperbole. I really believe that's the thought in their mind the whole time. The whole time they're thinking, we're going to start this community, they're choosing. They've already looked at the families they want because they're creepy ass, gross, disgusting pedos. That's what they are. It always comes down to that. So I'm going to break this video up a little bit, but I want to watch some of this video because there's a lot of crazy shit in this, and it's pretty unbelievable that Pete Hegseth would actually come out in favor of this stuff, of this guy who's basically saying, we're going to create this community of Christians. Women are going to be subservient. They're not going to have any rights. We're going to vote for them. All kind of crazy shit that really tracks for Republicans.
I'd like to see the town be a Christian town. I'd like to see the state be a Christian state. I'd like to see the nation be a Christian nation. I'd like to see the world be a Christian world.
And now Wilson's controversial views as a Christian nationalist are gaining sway in the nation's center of power with the recent opening of his new church and high-profile parishioners like Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth.
Is planting a church in D.C. part of your mission to try to turn this into a Christian nation?
Yes. So every society is theocratic. The only question is who's theo. In a secular democracy, it would be demos, the people. In a Christian republic, it'd be Christ.
Well, what would you say to someone watching this to say, look, I'm a Muslim. Who are you to say your worldview is better than mine, that your God is better than mine?
Well, if I went to Saudi Arabia, I would fully expect to live under their God's rules.
But you said earlier that you want this to be a Christian world.
Yes.
So you want to supplant their religion with your Christian.
Yes, by peaceful means, by sharing the gospel. There's a lot of work yet to do. I believe that we are working our little corner of the vineyard.
Wilson's Little Corner, a picturesque campus nestled on the outskirts of downtown Moscow, Idaho, is growing by the day with thousands of like-minded Christians. Parishioners of his church, known as Kirkers, own and operate several businesses downtown, next to liberal college town stores.
If it's true,
Why did he yell boo? Because it's
because of me.
because of you.
Yeah. Well, you there you go.
He's like, there you have it. They're not cheering. They're booing you. They're booing you because they fucking hate you. You're walking down the street and a random person is like, boo, there's that person we all hate. And you know, the people who are a part of this church, his family members, their entire thought process, their entire ideology gets more disgusting and more weird as this video goes on.
A big focus of his Christian movement is on a patriarchal society where men are dominant and women are expected to submit to their husbands.
Women are the kind of people that people come out of.
So you just think they're meant to have babies. That's
Well,
it. They're just a vessel.
No, it doesn't take any talent to simply reproduce biologically.
Her face said everything. This dude really just said, women are the type of people come out of. It doesn't take a lot of talent to reproduce. Women sit in these churches. Women go to these churches and listen to this guy at the pulpit say shit like this. I honestly would feel like I failed as a father if my daughters went to a place where the leader of that place says shit like, women are just the type of people who have people come out of them, and it doesn't take a lot of talent to reproduce. What the? This guy, people take their wives and daughters to listen to this? Really? Really? And as I said, it gets worse as it goes on.
Do you see Amy as your equal?
Yes and no. In the sense that we're both saved by grace, we're absolutely on equal footing. But we have very different purposes, God-given.
But do you see yourself as the head of the household, as the man?
He is the head of our household.
Yes.
Yes, and I do submit to him.
So like moving here
I was just
was
gonna say that.
ultimately your decision.
Yes.
That's a great
example.
Wilson says in his vision of a Christian society, women as individuals shouldn't be able to vote. His fellow pastors, Jared Longshore and Toby Sumter, agree.
In my ideal society, we would vote as households. And I would ordinarily be the one that would cast the vote, but I would cast the vote having discussed it with my household.
But what if there's your wife doesn't want to vote for the same
Right.
person as you?
Right. Well, then that's a great opportunity for a good discussion.
There are some who have gone so far as to say that they want the 19th Amendment repealed.
I would support that. And I'd support it on the basis that the atomization that comes with our current system is not good for humans.
So women aren't equal to the men. Men make all the decisions, even as much as voting for their women. This is a cult. And all three of those men will 100% offer their wives to that head pastor. I'm telling you guys, I watch too much TV or something. I've seen too many documentaries on this stuff. That's always what it's about. Always. And that is why they find women who are subservient. So subservient that they think whatever decision that man makes for them is the right decision. Even if that means being given to the head pastor or the leader or the people under that head person. There are several documentaries and it all leads to that. Yeah. Period.
Don't want no enemies or ops. Envy in their heart, I tell them stop. Vacation on the yacht.